performativism is? Tell me what gender performativism is.
Yo,
Yeah,
the
nice.
nigga with the record literally saying, bro, like,
You bias ass, bitch ass, hoe ass, stupid ass, unframed ass, PFP ass, having ass
now
nigga.
we continue.
You
This is the
censor
thing
wanna
that
be
you
ass,
wanted.
bitch ass, stupid
This
ass,
the nigga
censor's a
that you
bitch ass
wanted to
nigga.
judge, right?
Hey, Ricardo, you have the OBS up now?
The nigga who clearly has some type of hatred.
Nobody's biased for your dumb ass. You hoe
Look
ass,
at him.
stupid bitch ass nigga.
Look at you.
You look like a Judah victim. You dumb ass
Sure
nigga.
you're not. Sure you're not.
I know I'm not. Wallahi, I'm not biased.
Sure you're not. Sure you're not.
Wallahi, I'm not.
Sure you're not.
Yeah, go on, nigga, Midnite. Go ahead.
Okay, you gotta chill with that little nigga shit, dumb ass nigga. But anyway, like I was trying to say, okay, so now that we can move on to masculine. So I think that Sasuke is better. I think that Sasuke has better AP than like 5th grade.
But I'm on my scaling. What are you doing? I didn't scale.
Nigga, you literally lost your point. Can like
no, I didn't. No, losing a point doesn't mean I lose my scale.
Nigga, I didn't say that. I didn't say that you can't scale. I'm saying like we go to my scale, and if you win that point, then you scale.
So you want to do it like that? I give a point, then you give a point.
No, I'm saying for like overarching points.
That wasn't the overarching point because I didn't even connect Naruto or anything to Lee. I wasn't even going to connect them.
It was irrelevant.
Like what?
This nigga's a rat.
So what do you want to go again, or can I make an argument? Like which one?
Yeah, I wanted to continue. How am I a rat for saying that I wanted to continue?
That's not what I said. You can't even track. Shut up.
Yeah, you just called me a rat.
I called you a rat. You just go, bro. You're retarded.
Exactly.
What do you mean exactly? I'm not agreeing with you. I just want to progress the debate, unlike you stupid ass bitch.
See, look at him go. Look at him go.
Yeah, I'm going because you literally tried to.
Anyway,
you're literally motivating me, you dumbass nigga. So I fucking smoke weed on your asses, bitch ass.
Yeah, Midnite. You're aware that like Sasuke is stated to be slower than Lee.
Stop stuttering, bitch ass nigga.
You said Sasuke is to be slower.
Trying to get on your ass, nigga.
Are you talking about the statement? Are you talking about the statement that says that Sasuke is almost as fast as Lee without the weight?
Yeah.
I'm aware of that statement.
Huh?
I said yes. I'm aware of that statement.
Yeah. So he's slower than Lee even in his slower forms. Like.
Yeah, you know that Lee just starts to fight off with like weights on, right? Like I'm gonna just stalemate that for now because I don't really think that matters. Like I think that literally just entails that Sasuke would just blitz Lee, and I think they have better.
Yeah, that would be on your scaling side. But let me continue my scale. You can bring that up when you scale your character.
I stuttered.
Yeah. So if Lee was to go into like the gates, even further into the gates, he would just be blitzing the shit out of Sasuke and just beat the dog shit out of him. Since that Sasuke is even slower than him in his slower form, it's even stated that he's slower than him without his weights, and we know that the gates literally make him fast as fuck. All right, so if we done this in character and willing to kill, and this Sasuke is stated to be slower than him in his lower form, I don't see how you would say that Sasuke will blitz, but my scaling would just go faster than Sasuke, right? So if he goes into the gates, he'll just be blitzing the shit out of him and just beat the dog shit out of him.
I'm still in that. Hold on, give me a second real quick. I want to read the chapter before I'm pretty sure there's a statement that says that Sasuke is getting faster after that. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Naruto, Sasuke versus... No, it's Lee versus... No, Sasuke versus Gaara.
Probably these Discord niggas. I'll beat the fuck out of these one.
You can't fight, nigga. Still bitch ass up.
Don't even try to. Don't even try to.
My nigga, I will slap the shit out you. Try to Addy.
Don't try to portray yourself like this in public, bro. You already know what happened.
My nigga, stop trolling, bro. I have to really come and see you.
Don't let me show DMs, bro.
Show the DMs. What the fuck? I ain't like, I'm in that bitch.
God.
Good pussy like the first game.
Yeah, say that shit up to your breath, pussy.
I'll beat your ass. Wait, this isn't... Okay, hold on. It's just trolling. Wait, what chapter's Sasuke versus Gaara?
Chapter 23.
And oh my god.
If they didn't talk at the same time as you.
It's 121.
Oh, 121, okay. Appreciate you. I don't know. This is Konoha Invasion. Oh, no, it has to be right before that time.
I'll kill this nigga.
You're so strange.
I'm not even talking about you, dumbass.
I hate little ass kids.
I hate grown ass niggas who think they can fight.
I will beat the. Oh, let me shut up, bro.
You say that, but you wouldn't fly me out. Like,
but you're not gonna come by yourself.
Yeah,
like,
on God, I would. On God, I would.
But you're not even old enough to get on a flight by yourself.
Are you retarded? Yes, I am.
What?
Are you stupid?
No,
9-year-olds can get on planes. Yes, as long as you fucking yes, they can.
How you gonna tell me, bitch?
You realize they have a child section so people can watch the child as they're
you have to have a parent with you.
No, you don't, dumbass. That's what I call that child section. Are you retarded? Yes, you're retarded.
Yeah, okay, you could think that.
I know it.
Bro, think he's gonna come to DC.
Yeah, you just said it 3 times in a row. Stop stumbling over your words, dumbass.
Bro, if you come to DC by yourself, do you know you're gonna get fucked up? You know that?
If I come to DC by myself, you know you're gonna get shot, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, you can think that, and your ass gonna get fucking
that, you
killed,
dumbass
bitch.
nigga. I would beat the fuck your stupid ass, you bitch asshole ass nigga. The fuck? I know you ain't never held a gun in your life, you dumbass nigga.
You sound like a dumbass bitch.
I know you never held a gun in your life. I know you never held a weapon in your life, you bitch ass nigga.
Yellow looking ass bitch ass nigga. Dirty ass, you ugly ass bitch.
Hey, be acting like they do shit, man. Nigga, you was not like that, you stupid ass nigga. Bitch ass nigga. I'll hit you with a dirty ass pan with your dumb ass. You bitch ass nigga look like a Oompa Loompa, diddy ass nigga.
Oompa Loompa. That's the best you got.
I don't pack, stupid ass nigga.
Yeah, I know your ass.
Yeah, then I still beat you on packing though. That makes no sense.
What? Do you want to have a pack off after this?
Hold on.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, you're dumb as shit. Like,
you're corny as hell. Yes, we can. We can.
You can think that, bro.
No, we can back off.
You know, this is Sasuke like without the Sharingan on, right?
Sharingan doesn't amp speed.
Yes, it does. We know that in the Valley of the End.
Sure.
You know, in the Valley of the End, Sasuke just starts performing better, literally with just like an evolution of the Sharingan.
Performing better doesn't mean that you got faster.
No, I'm saying like he's at one point he couldn't tag Naruto, and then after that he was able to tag Naruto.
Yeah, the entailment doesn't mean that he sped up. It could just be him predicting his movements.
Yeah, but functionally it would just be him being faster, right? Like if I'm able to predict where he's going to go,
it wouldn't.
Because of that.
That's what's in question.
Chill. Let me give my reasoning real quick. That's not what's in question. I'm saying if he's able to predict where he's going, right, and because of that he's able to punch Naruto when he usually wouldn't be able to punch Naruto due to the fact that Naruto's faster. Functionally, yes, I agree that he's not actually. I'm agreeing that he's not actually getting faster, but I'm saying that it would function as like a speed amp.
No, it wouldn't. Hold on, wait. For one, I disagree with that, and for two, that was a different scenario. That was Sasuke literally getting the third Tomoe within his Sharingan, which he literally didn't have in the tuning exam. So you can't even use that example. But I still disagree with the fact that even if he was to get the Sharingan, that it would make him faster. It just wouldn't. Even if he's able to predict movements, which he only was able to do so in the Naruto fight because he got the third Tomoe, it doesn't contradict the fact that he's not getting faster. Hello? Did the argument just pause, make you go fucking...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. None of your arguments will do that shit.
Well, anyways, I'm not biased.
It's not biased at all. I'm not biased. Me acknowledging that you suck is not me being biased at all. Are you retarded?
Yeah, you
acknowledgement of your skill is not biased. Got slammed so bad that the consensus is me winning. The consensus is me winning, though. Your team is the only thing. Your team is the only people who think I lost.
Shut up, faggot. Shut up.
Yeah, you can think that. I'm not a faggot. I'm a trans.
Apollo's not a part of my team.
Wait. Apollo is a part of your team, though.
No, the fuck he's
not. Apollo didn't even watch the recording. I was there with him.
Yes, he did.
I was there with him in DC. I was there with him in DC. You know what? Yeah, see women. Go ahead. Continue with
Man, I used to argue with me about irrelevant shit during my debate, and he's not.
You're the one arguing with me.
This is a fucking display. This is a display.
Just chill out.
Bro, argue with fucking me, not me.
Okay, look, my fault. I got a call. So I'm about to say, can just go to the first one first. You said that you disagree with it. What do you disagree with the? Oh yeah, okay. So do you agree with the fact that Sasuke? Yes, I also agree that it was like him getting an evolution. But do you agree that the evolution of the Sharingan is what was able to like functionally help him perform better in the fight, or is that what you're disagreeing with?
I'm not disagreeing that the Sharingan helped him perform better in the fight. What I'm disagreeing with is that it makes him faster. But the difference between what you're trying to say is that in the Naruto fight, that's what the third Tomoe did. The third Tomoe gave him prediction ability, something that he doesn't have with Lee. He wouldn't have that in the tuning exam unless you would need to prove that.
Yeah, I disagree. I think that the Sharingan in and of itself is an eye that like gives you what you call precognitive abilities. I think that the third Tomoe just gave him like a higher level of precognition to the point that he's able to now perceive like this faster Naruto. Do you disagree with that?
Yeah, that's what's in question.
I'll get you.
So ass.
Black ass bastard.
Oh shit!
That's a big question. This nigga funny as shit.
Oh,
Bro, why
kill
come
this
here
nigga.
BC with
And I
black
would
ass
kill
last
Center too, bro.
I ain't gonna slap shit at you.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, so basically, what's in question? You're saying that
Yeah, I'm
that the
getting a stance
Sharingan
real quick.
overall give him prediction, but
We
you would need
know
to
what's in
prove
question.
that.
Shut up.
Okay, then why are you like making these side comments when I'm debating? Like you're so weird.
Me laughing isn't a comment. Are you dumb?
No, you even made a comment. You just said you're so ass. What are you
I
talking
wasn't
about?
talking to you, idiot. Are you stupid?
Yes, you were. Now he's lying.
You gonna
Oh my
tell me
God.
I'm in a Dragon Ball Legends game. I'm talking to my opponent. You want me to screen share? I got you.
Nigga's such a kafir. Like, oh my God.
Screen share. Are you retarded?
Like,
Yes, you are
you're
retarded.
so strange. Like you
Not
don't have to.
strange.
You
I
don't
don't
have to
have a doctor in
behave
front
this
of my name.
way. Fuck. Like.
I'm getting a stance real quick.
Hey, join my screen, bitch ass nigga.
About to put some gas in my car. Bitch ass.
I read this part. Let me know if you want me to send it real quick. So it says the Sharingan would suddenly awaken during the fight appears, and the fight within context is it looks like it's the Haku thing because it's saying that this is when it awakened. You know, they awakened the Sharingan itself during the Haku situation. During the fight appears in both of his eyes. The ability of a Kekkei Genkai that must be feared that owns also the ability of jutsu copying, Eye of Insight, and hypnotism. Sasuke obtained the Uchiha's power of blood.
Yeah, that's just saying. That's it. That's your argument.
Yeah, well, it's not really an argument. The argument would be, I think that the insight that it would be giving you, because you know that like when someone with a Sharingan looks at you, that they don't just like automatically know everything about you. You're not getting insight in that aspect. I think that the only in practicality, the only insight that we see it get is what you call the ability to like discern their opponent's movements and see where they're going. I think, and just for a consistency thing too, you can like attack this later, but I'm just putting this out there. We know that Lee literally
No. That's a
acknowledges the
shotgun.
fact.
That's a shotgun. Oh my God. Let's start on
Saying,
one
no,
point.
I'm saying that this point's literally just intertwined because I'm using this to like what you call it the preponderance of evidence.
But it's
What you call
still multiple things that I would need to
well,
address,
yeah,
and I don't
I
want to do that.
obviously do you think about it multiple things?
Yeah, because that's gonna give me. I don't like to do that because maybe I'm gonna forget or something. That's why I
All
don't
right, that's
even
cool. Yeah.
bring it up. Yeah, so I think they're just saying that overall, that's what the Sharingan does. Sasuke himself doesn't need to have these abilities, right? Because we see that he literally unlocks these different types of abilities, like allowing him to copy people techniques. Then we literally see later on, like the example that you brought up in the Naruto fight, where he gets a third Tomoe, and now he's able to predict fucking Naruto movements. They literally make it explicitly clear that he's able to predict. He's saying, "Now I can see, like he just finally got that ability." So I just think that they're just talking about the Sharingan as overall, as we know that as you progress your Sharingan, that you start to get these abilities over chaining. Like even if you want to even talk about the MS, that you get the MS, then you get the Susanoo, then you get the MS abilities. Like all these things are just talking about what the Sharingan does, and you just later on unlock these abilities. Sasuke necessarily doesn't need to have these abilities now.
Okay. Let me ask you a question real quick. We're doing part one knowledge only, right? Before I make the Sharingan.
Do you want to do part one on knowledge only?
Doesn't matter to be honest. Don't it's gonna change anything.
It don't matter to me either. I guess we could just do Naruto overall. Doesn't matter.
Okay. So I was about to say, okay, so if we're doing overall, I think that my argument would be a lot more consistent. So your interpretation, I guess your interpretation would be that you think you're using the fact that I guess one, this isn't necessarily correlate to what I'm trying to say. It's equal interpretation, and then two, you have a preponderance because of the fact that Sasuke literally just explicitly stated, "Oh, I could see now." I think that the Sasuke saying that he can see now is within context to Naruto being so much faster than his Sharingan at that specific time, so he wasn't able to actually perceive Naruto's movements in that instance. And then because, like I said earlier, his Sharingan's precognition is working at a higher level. That's why he's able to perceive Naruto at that point. I also want to point out the fact that that's not what this scan says. The scan doesn't say that he will later awaken the ability to gain insight on his opponents. It says that at the time of it awakened, at the time against Haku, that's when he gained the ability of insight. We see this work against Haku. We see Lee specifically points out the fact that Sasuke might be able to see where he's going with the precognition, but that doesn't mean that his body can necessarily react at the same movement speed or whatever the fuck. So I think that I just have this overwhelming consistency for like pretty much the entirety of Naruto that supports pretty much what I'm trying to say.
Yo, Infinity, you gonna stop him when he shotguns? He just brought up like 3 different things that I would need to address.
No, you could we could like if you want, you don't have to address all of like the individual instances about it. You can just tackle one and we can just talk about that one specifically.
Yo,
If we like don't
Infinity
talk
even
about that one,
here? I don't even think he's here.
Yo, Infinity.
He's on mute.
I am here, nigga. You just seen me play a game, bitch.
Okay, so can you post this? Where's the statement that you just sent?
I'll send the data book one right now. You want the Haku and Lee one too or no?
I'll attack that later because that's a different. You brought up 3 different examples, but you can post all of them. But
he said I agree with you that to call base to base, our interpretation would just be equal. I'm saying that I think that I'm right because of the preponderance. I'm just limit scanning at you.
where are you posting them at?
Scans. I added you in Infinity there.
Which one?
Where is I posted on the server?
On the Sharingan?
Yeah, on the Sharingan, yeah.
His Sharingan, which suddenly awakened during the fight, appears into both his eyes. The ability of Kekkei Genkai that must be feared, that owns also the ability of Jutsu Copy and Eye of Insight. Yeah, it's just saying that that he attained the Sharingan in his fight against fucking Haku. It never states verbatim that he attained these abilities. It's just naming the abilities that the Sharingan have. I don't know where you said that it says that he had gained these abilities. It doesn't say that.
It says that the Kekkei Genkai owns the ability of Jutsu Copying, Eye of Insight, and Hypnotism.
Yeah, the Kekkei Genkai, which is the Sharingan, owns those abilities, does it not?
Right, and I'm saying that if they're saying this within context of the Sharingan that Sasuke awakened, that would mean that Sasuke Sharingan has these abilities.
Yeah, that's where the disconnect is at. You're saying that they're talking about the Sharingan that Sasuke awakened. I'm saying that they're just talking about the Sharingan in an overall sense, which Sasuke had gained in the fight. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he gained these abilities that the Kekkei Genkai literally owns. That's where the disconnect is here.
Okay, I think that it definitely is because it says his Sharingan, so I think it's talking about somebody's Sharingan, and then it literally just says that Sasuke obtained the Uchiha's power of blood, and then the entirety of the scan is surrounding Sasuke, even outside of the Sharingan. It's talking about his talent, successor. It's just a Sasuke scan. So I think that it makes more sense that it would be talking about Sasuke's Sharingan in this context rather than talking about just like every single person with the Sharingan, which I'm pretty sure just Itachi at this point, and I think that the context also supports that.
Yeah, I don't. That's what you're saying. You're trying to use the context, but we have a disconnect about what the context is actually saying. So all this thing would just boil you down to just an equal interpretation, right? When it says his Sharingan, obviously they're talking about the Sharingan that he had awakened in the fight. That's what Sharingan. That's the Sharingan that Sasuke really has. And then it goes on to say, which suddenly awakened during the fight, appears into both his eyes. The ability of a Kekkei Genkai that must be feared, that owns also the ability of the Jutsu Copying, Eye of Insight, and Hypnotism. Sasuke obtained the Uchiha's power of blood. The Uchiha's power of blood is the Sharingan. The Sharingan owns those abilities that they listed. But we literally see as your Sharingan literally develops and progress that you gain different abilities with the Sharingan, okay? So the context is just surrounding him awakening the Sharingan, and then it just names the abilities that he owns, that the Sharingan owns, not that Sasuke literally has, that the ability that the Sharingan itself owns. But you're just saying that the context is just talking about Sasuke Sharingan. I disagree with that.
Wait, are you saying that like these abilities are inherent to the Sharingan itself, or what are you trying to say?
Yeah, those abilities is what the Sharingan literally has, but you have to awaken those abilities. That's why I say that the Sharingan literally owns.
So are you saying,
Go ahead.
Are you trying to say that he has the potential to utilize these things, but he doesn't know how to yet? Is pretty much your argument?
Yeah, you could awaken them.
Okay, well, like in the Haku fight and in the Lee fight, well, in the Haku fight specifically, his like reaction ability just gets better post awakening the Sharingan, and he acknowledges the fact that he can now see Haku's movements and whatnot, which allowed him to like react or whatever the fuck. And then in Lee, Lee also just says he has precons.
You can, yeah, go ahead and post those. Those are two. So, are you done with this scan?
No, this game would be like the foundation. It would just be like a preponderance, like I said earlier. Like I agree that like base to base, it would just be like equal interpretation, but slightly leaning toward me. But I think the context of the entirety of the series is like what makes it overwhelming.
Okay, so can we get a verdict on this scan itself because you're using another point to prove
my argument. my argument isn't just a singular scan. That's the thing. Like, I'm not saying that like
I know that your argument is not a single scan, but I'm saying if you're going to use other evidence to prove the overarching point, I would still need to still get a judgment on this first thing. You could use those other scans though.
What would we even be concluding on?
If you won the argument via this scan right here.
Yeah, I don't think I won the argument just based off of this individual scan. Like,
okay, all right, go ahead. You can go to the other scans then. This nigga Infinity is like you're obsessed.
Yo, get up my dick. I didn't even say anything. Are you retarded?
Bro, you're so obsessed with me, bro. It's crazy.
How am I obsessed? I wasn't even I didn't even say anything.
You're a low key. You're just a hater and a low key fan.
How am I a hater when you're the one who calls my name out all the time? What the fuck?
Cause you're a bitch. I will smack your ugly ass.
I ain't gonna lie to beat the fuck out of your stupid ass bitch ass nigga. Don't talk like that.
What? Nigga. Like, oh my god, I hate this combo, bro. Yeah, I hate it. Oh my god, bro.
You hate it because everybody in this bitches you, nigga. You ducked Quince, my nigga. Like, oh my god.
I ducked.
Yes, you ducked Quince, my nigga. Like, the fuck, you suck, bitch. He brought you a plane ticket. You ain't do nothing.
Bro, I'm just legendary, bro. It's alright. It's okay.
He brought you a plane ticket. You ain't do anything, stupid.
On God, he did not buy me no plane ticket. I literally
on your mom, he did.
Yeah,
on your mom, he did.
Yeah, just say that in my face. Yeah,
I just did, dumbass. Hey, focus.
You're not in my face.
Nigga, focus is corny with that.
You're not in my face.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, hey, D1, you gonna tell Focus what you were saying?
Yeah, I said I don't hang out with Focus. That's exactly what I said.
That's not all you said. Oh, now you trying to lie.
That's exactly what I said.
Now you trying to lie. That's not all you said. Okay. No,
you hang out with.
You got it. No, you got it. No, that's definitely
all that weird shit because you're a faggot.
No, that was definitely all that was said. That's definitely all that was said.
Well, I did not hang out with Focus.
Yeah, definitely. Now you trying to lie. Yeah. Now you trying to lie. Now you trying to lie.
Infinity is so corny, bro. Like,
nobody's corny. I have no corn with me, dumbass. The fuck up, bitch ass boy. Stupid ass nigga.
Damn, D1, I thought it was cool, man.
I never said I wasn't cool with you. What I said, I do not hang with you. It's a difference. I can be with somebody and hang with them. It's a difference, okay?
This nigga is a cap.
I don't know what was said, bro.
Infinity is lying. He's trying to say that I said some other shit that I did not say.
Definitely. What the fuck would I? What do I have? What do I gain out of lying?
You lie all the fucking time, bitch. What the fuck?
Okay, definitely. I mean, you lie too. Don't you believe that you're the best in the con?
I never said that. I don't even say that.
You literally have yourself at the top of your tier list. You believe you're top 10 in the con. You believe you're top 10 in the con. That's one of the biggest lies ever.
Yeah. What's the contradiction? Go ahead.
Yeah, you lost to everybody.
Yeah, you could think that. That's what.
No, there's recordings of you losing to everybody.
No, it's not. You could recordings.
Yeah, you can prove that. Go ahead.
Infinity. Don't you not know that debates are subjective? Some people may think I won. Some people may think I won.
Debates are subjective. We can go off of basic argumentation theory.
Subjective still doesn't matter.
I said they aren't subjective. You can go off of basic argumentation theory to determine who won.
It would still be subjective.
Yeah, why is there subjectivity? Go ahead.
Because it's based off what person believes which argument.
No, it's based upon what argument is objectively stronger. What arguments?
Bro, this nigga been debating with me while I'm debating.
I hope you know there can be objectivity relative to a system. It can be objective. It can be objective in perspective of a system. Nobody's rhetorically there. You already suck rhetorically. You're losing to me.
I'm better than you rhetorically. What the fuck?
No, you're not. No, you're not. Nobody thinks that. If you're better than
chill, bro. Chill out. Y'all can do this after, bro. Chill. Okay. So I saw my scans real quick. Okay. So you see, I'm pretty sure nigga, fuck you, bitch. Okay. So in the first scan, it's pretty much talking about how Sasuke is now seeing through Haku's illusion. If you want, I could show you like him actually doing this as well. We see in the second, Haku was trying to like deceive Sasuke with like the little like, you know how like Haku makes it look like there's like a bunch of him in the little ice mirrors or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I don't think that's him predicting him. That's just him giving him better perception.
I know.
Yeah.
So then in the second scan, we see that Sasuke was directly able to like react to Haku. And then obviously later on we see Haku's able to like copy Rock Lee and other people's like abilities or whatever the fuck, right? So we see that all three of the abilities that the first scan says that Sasuke gets from awakening it, he just does. They didn't say
One
that
scan by scan. Hold on, wait. Scan by scan. Let's start with the Haku. You brought up the lead. We gonna attack the lead shit. After this. So the Haku shit. Haku's also holding back here. If you didn't know that. And the thirdly thing, I just think that the Sharingan just gives you better perception. It just gives you better abilities to see. He doesn't necessarily have to be predicting her movements, right? If he just has better eyesight overall, that would just lead to him having better movement reading,
retarded?
right? Bro, who is that talking? Is that Infinity?
Huh? What happened?
Exactly, the judge, the one who claims not biased.
That wasn't me.
Yeah. Anyways, you just lie. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so I don't think that he's actually. There's nothing that suggests that he's actually predicting where she's going to be. I just think that the Sharingan just gives you better perception overall.
What do you mean by perception? Like perception in the context of like how it's being used in the fight?
Like basically, you're able to see people's chakra. You're literally able to like fucking know what jutsu people are using, things like that.
Okay, so how would him being able to see like Haku's like chakra network and whatnot? How do you think that correlates to him having better reaction speed?
Because if he's able to see her chakra, that means that he will be able to see her through things like smoke, through things like the ice mirrors, things like that normal people wouldn't be able to see, right? And he could see the development of her chakra literally be pouring into it as well.
Okay, so you think that the scans within context of Sasuke not having to worry about like seeing a bunch of Hakus and whatnot?
Yeah, if he's able to see through the illusion, right? Because we know that the Sharingan can literally see through Genjutsu because it can read people's chakra and shit like that.
Okay, so
because
go ahead.
You know, like it was fake Hakus and shit, so he can deceive. He can know the real one instead of the fake one.
Yeah. But we know that even when Sasuke was able to like see Haku like throwing like the kunai, whatever the fuck, he still couldn't react. Like we know it was like in both aspects of like the illusionary techniques and also Haku's like raw speed, which is why I think that inside of the scan they literally make a distinction between Sasuke being able to see through the illusions and also Sasuke being able to just react and having better perception overall. Like I think they make a distinction in the scans.
So, but what's in question is whether he's predicting. I don't think he's predicting here. So just because he's able to react to her throwing the fucking things, it doesn't necessarily have to be to him fucking being able to fucking predict. I think that it gave some better perception overall, able to see things clearly, able to see chakra and everything's like that. So if he's able to see the fucking jutsu chakra being thrown at him as well, it would just give him a easier time to react to things.
Now, I'm saying that would be encompassed by the illusionary aspect of Sasuke's Sharingan, which they already covered. And I'm saying that they made a distinction between him being able to see through Haku's illusion and him being able to like actually just have overall better perception. And that's why I said earlier on, before we even got into this point, that I agree that it's not like precognition in a literal sense, but I'm saying that functionally it would just operate as precognition because we see that because of the fact that he has this quote unquote better perception, this allows him to perform better speed feats later on in the fight.
Okay, but you literally just said that he had the same prediction and the same with Naruto. That's what we were really arguing upon. Now you're switching your argument to say, well, if he's able to have just better perception overall, that means that he will be able to like predict in some sense. And I'm saying no, I disagree with that. Him having better perception overall, which Haku was also holding back here, and he's able to see chakra and all these different things, right? It's not actually prediction. It would just give him better perception, able to reach things, right? But in the fight with Naruto, that is different. You're saying that he already had those abilities. And I'm saying, no, he did not, right? That's what the Sharingan literally has that you can awaken, okay? But you're saying the fact that he can see through the illusion, which is literally just the fake Hakus throwing shit at him. It's a bunch of Hakus, and they're throwing shit at him. And he could defer which one is the real one from the fake one via him having the Sharingan. As we know, the same, but like the Sharingan can like deceive, can see which one is the real shadow clone and which one is the fake and shit like that. So that is just him being able to see through that. That doesn't mean that he's predicting at all.
All right. I mean, I think we kind of already got through that point. Let's just talk about the first thing you said. So the first thing that you said was, and then after this point that we're going to cover right now, we can come to the conclusion that I'm finished them both. So I was saying, So my argument wasn't that both of them have like the same precognition. As a matter of fact, the first thing that I agreed to.
Nah, boy, Focus, shut your bitch ass up, Focus.
The first thing that I agreed to was that. The first thing that I agreed to was that with the higher
bro,
levels.
did you know, bro? This guy Focus, bro. He went outside, bro, and he sniffed a grown man's booty like in broad daylight, bro.
Just wait till the debate's over.
Ain't no way.
Bro, chill with the corny jokes, bro. Just
Wax, don't you finger little girls, fuck, nigga?
Bro. So I was about to say, like,
bro, you're Rancho. Fuck up, nigga. Damn, nigga. Before I press this, nigga. Alright, stay on mute then, fuck, nigga.
Hey,
Alright,
you're on roast, so chill.
I literally made.
You not mounted. Then say something, bitch. Oh,
hey man.
Alright, bro. Let Midnite and D1 speak, man. Specifically.
Focus.
So I made the distinction between what you call the evolutions of Sharingan.
Nope, I'm cutting this nigga off again. Yo, Rancha, mic up, bitch ass nigga.
That's why I was trying to say that I think that Sasuke with the third Tomo, the reason why he was able to react Naruto is because of the fact that he didn't have that level of precognition that the second Tomo or the first Tomo grants him. That's why I think that it's like operating at a higher level. And I try to give consistency with like part 2 shit as well, or whatever the fuck. And the Sharingan at that point is having better precognition. I could defer the consistency real quick too. I'm not sure how literal you take the Itachi statement of him just being able to like just see the future in actuality. But obviously, that would be a higher level of perception than just reading muscle movements like Sasuke was in the Valley of the End with the third Tomo. So that's pretty much. If you want to respond to that, we can just respond, go back and forth, and conclude.
You just brought up another point. What the fuck?
You don't have to respond to the Itachi thing. That's just a consistency thing. That was just like more so just like what I was trying to argue for.
Okay, I'm gonna dismiss that because that's just something totally different. So I don't get how you're trying to say that he still has this prediction ability. Where is it state that he still has these prediction? We already went over the first scan that just came down to how the way we interpret it. Then you moved on to the Haku shit. Which in the Haku is you saying that he can still predict her movements? Where? Like where?
Okay. So that's why I was saying that I don't think that the first scan alone was the argument, right? That's why I'm saying that I think this scan conjunctively does. Because I was saying that we both agree that these are abilities that are inherent to that these are abilities that are inherent to the Sharingan. It's just that you think that Sasuke possibly didn't awaken it yet. And that's why I was saying that if we look in the what you call the fight, if you look in the data book scan, not only do they say that it's his Sharingan, which implies that it just is Sasuke Sharingan that they're talking about.
We already went over that. I'm talking about the Haku shit. We already went over that.
So then we moved on to the Haku shit, right? And I'm saying that this in conjunction with the fact that Haku literally admits that Sasuke, one, has the ability to look through his illusions, and then he makes a distinction between him looking through his illusions and them having better perception. And Sasuke's better perception is what over time would let him overpower Haku's ice mirror ability. I think that would pretty much be the same precog that I was talking about that would functionally be operating at speed. It doesn't have to be the same in the aspect that they're using the same wits to reach to the conclusion, but I'm saying it's the same in the aspect that the Sharingan is what would give Sasuke like this functional speed amp, right? If you think that that's because he's like looking at his chakra network or whatever the fuck, I really don't care how we're getting to that conclusion. The point I'm making is because of this better perception, he's able to perform better speed feats. That's the only point I'm trying to make.
Okay, so the Sharingan, you agree that the Sharingan does not make you faster. But I never agree that with the Sharingan, it allows you to perform better. It's not allowing you to perform better speed feats. It's just allowing you to move out of the way before things actually occur. It would be aim dodging. It's not like you're blitzing somebody and fucking them up. No, it's not doing that. It's just making you a better overall combatant. Okay,
I agree
so
with that. That's why I said
I
functionally.
don't think within the scans that you demonstrated that Sasuke has the like ability to predict people moving, because that was what's in question. But now you're just changing it to say, well, in an overall sense, he would just perform better in the fight. Okay. But I just still think that Lee is just faster than him and he would just beat him up. You would need to prove that Sasuke will be able to predict Lee in a fight.
Okay. So that, like I said, this just always was my, like, I don't know if like there was like a disconnect or something, but that always was my point. My point always was that we both had mutual grounds on the fact that the Sharingan just doesn't give you a speed amp. I was saying that functionally, though, due to the fact that you'd be performatively just doing better overall in the fight, that it would be functionally a speed amp. That's what I said, like word for word, that it would functionally be a speed amp. And now I'm talking about the Haku situation specifically, and I'm saying we see at one point Sasuke just can't deal with Haku's like ice mirrors or whatever the fuck, right? For multiple reasons, both of the reasons in which Haku specifically talks about in the scans that I sent. And I'm saying that both of these reasons are, one, the thing that you were saying, that he just couldn't really tell which Haku was the actual one because of illusions and shit. And then two, because of the fact that he couldn't perceive Haku's movements. They make a distinction between his perception in the sense of speed and perception in the sense of like him getting tricked by Haku's deception. And I'm saying that both of these things, according to both Haku and Sasuke, who doesn't really seem to disagree with it, are both covered now because of the fact that he now awakened his Sharingan, which seems to imply that his perception also just did get better in the precognitive sense that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, and I gave the argument that boils down to just Haku holding back. That's just where the disconnect is. It's not that he's able to now react to her and shit. It's just that Haku's holding back.
That's not what Haku says, though. Haku says, I'll read it word for word in this game.
All she says is that he can see through the illusion. That doesn't mean that the way that she's throwing the attacks at him is not. She's not holding back.
He says, and I'm no longer, the greater your ability to perceive my movements will become, especially since to a certain extent you already can see me now. It would be fully hardy to target you directly or whatever the fuck. So I think that it's obviously the case that Haku was holding back if we're talking about holistic knowledge for Naruto, because obviously like Sasuke is not kissing one Naruto, we're at Kakashi level or whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying he definitely was fighting at what seems to be a constant pace throughout the entirety of this fight, and Sasuke is able to deal with the holding back Haku that he was fighting with in this arc, right? And I'm saying that the reason why he's able to do this, according to Haku, is because he's able to see through his illusions, and he's also able to perceive his movements, which also implies that like he's not getting blitzed anymore like he was before.
Yeah, I think that's a part of Haku's trick. That's what she's literally just telling Sasuke, that just so he can fight harder. That's what I think that's what she's doing. I don't think she's actually being serious. We know that Haku is fucking stronger than fucking Kakashi. It's stated that she's stronger than Kakashi and both Zabuza. We know that Kakashi is massively faster and stronger than fucking Sasuke, and he even owns a fucking Sharingan. So I just think that's a part of fucking Haku trick and try to make Sasuke fight even harder. We even know that fucking Haku says some similar shit to that towards fucking Naruto. And we know she's stronger than Naruto as well. And she just let fucking Naruto beat her ass.
Okay, wait, which point? Okay, I want to talk about one of those things. So what does she say to Naruto that you were talking about?
She's like, this boy can beat me up or some shit like that. She says like Naruto just beat me up or some shit when he unlocked the Nine Tails chakra, and the Nine Tails chakra destroyed the ice mirrors and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But my thing with that is I think that's just kind of like plot induced or whatever the fuck. Because for one, that's like a monologue. That's not even her trying to like encourage Naruto or anything like that. I think that obviously, due to the fact that KCM1 Naruto, Sage Mode, Naruto, and all these things weren't really gonna be a thing in part 1, and he didn't really have the idea of bringing Haku back when characters were like as strong as they were in part 1. In part 2. That's the reason why Kid Naruto with like the QB amp and like the mental amp and all of that was able to surpass Haku or whatever the fuck. I really think that's like an inconsistency.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either. I just think that it is consistent with how the way he wrote the story, right? If you saying that he didn't have the original idea to bring Haku back, that's just a claim. You would never be able to prove that. You don't know if he had the idea to prove fucking Haku back. You're not Kishimoto. All right, maybe he brought Haku back to discern the plot that she was literally holding back in the fight. Maybe he brought her back for that specific reason. That's just a claim at the end of the day. I don't think that holds any likelihood within your claim as well.
I'm saying that if we're aligning with the narrative that you're trying to push, right, the Haku's like lying to Naruto and Sasuke to motivate them to like fight at a higher level than they are usually. What he would have done, that he would have said this explicitly. He would have told Naruto, "You have the ability to beat me, like you have the ability to kill me, or whatever the fuck he says word for word." I'm saying the fact that he says this thing inside of his mind already hints at the fact that this isn't even something that he's just saying specifically for like some weird motivated purpose. Otherwise, unless you think that he's like trying to like convince, I don't even know, some like weird ass shit like that, like trying to convince himself or something. But I'm saying that literally just implies that this is something that he actually does believe and was actually true at this time period.
No, that's just the claim. I don't see the reason why that's true at all.
Well, okay, if he were trying to motivate Naruto would have to know that Haku thinks this thing. Naruto can't know that he thinks this thing if he's saying it inside of his mind.
Yeah, the point about it is that she's saying it to us as well. We're the readers, correct?
Do you think Haku's trying to trick the reader?
That's what the author does. The author likes to trick the readers as well. Like what?
I thought you were trying to argue earlier that she was like lying to Naruto and Sasuke to motivate them so that they fight at a higher level.
I'm talking about previously within those statements, like when she's talking to Naruto and she's fucking fighting against Sasuke and shit like that. She's literally talking to them.
But what does she? Because when I asked you what Naruto statement are you talking about, you brought up the fact that at the end of the Naruto fight, she says that she can kill him. Are you talking about a different statement?
What type is the fight?
Starts at 24. Yeah. 24.
So here, like all the statements literally saying like Haku, she's losing the battle of speed, right? Like Sasuke literally saying, right, you're not that fast. Now you're the one who has to defend against my attacks. All these are things of like tricking the readers into us believing that like Sasuke is actually on the level of fucking Haku, which we literally know that's literally not the case, right? Because it's literally stated upon earlier within Naruto that like Haku is stronger than fucking both Kakashi and fucking Zabuza. And we know that Kakashi at this point in time was leagues above both Sasuke and Naruto, right? And even like Zabuza was able to defend themselves against like Naruto and fucking Sasuke, who was stated like Haku was still stated to be above. All right, so those are just things like devices like trick us into believing that they like actually on this level, which we know is just not the case.
So my thing with this is that Haku just isn't. Well, I'll just take this one specifically, and I'll take the overarching. So within context of the scale that you just sent specifically, I don't really think that Haku outside of her ice mirrors ever like really did anything crazy. I think that literally all of the statements as far as her being stronger than Zabuza, as far as her being like this like ultimate ninja killing shinobi or whatever the fuck, are more so specifically within context of like her technique. Because even Zabuza specifically says, I'm not sure if you remember, he goes, no one was able to break the secret of Haku's technique up until now, until Sasuke did. So he might actually be her equal type shit. So I don't really think that him being able to like outperform like Haku outside of her ice mirrors is really like anything contradictory to like part 2 scaling or whatever the fuck. But what I will say, as far as like the overarching point of view, saying that like Kishimoto's trying to give us this idea that Haku's like as strong as, or that Haku and Sasuke are equal, in actuality we know that that's not the case. I don't really. Okay, I mean, I feel like. Hold on, wait. Do you want to respond to this point first, and then we move on to that? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to respond to the first point. So the fact that she doesn't do anything significantly outside of her crystal mirrors, it's the fact that Zabuza himself even questions that she's losing the battle of spill even when she's outside of her ice mirrors. So that obviously implies to us that Zabuza believes that Haku is impressive even outside of her fucking ice mirrors, right? Because he himself even questioning that she's losing a battle. So he himself, to his own knowledge, would lose a battle to speed to Haku. Because he's even questioned that she's losing a battle speed. Right, and we know that Haku is stated to be stronger than Zabuza, right? And we know that Zabuza can literally react to fucking Naruto and Sasuke attacks as well. So it just leads to us that we're just being tricked there.
Okay, so this is kind of my thing with this. I don't think that Zabuza saying that Haku's impressive outside of the ice mirrors means that she's stronger than, well, that he's stronger than Zabuza. As a matter of fact, Zabuza just does inside of the same manga, like part 1 shit, not even part 2, makes a distinction between Haku inside of her ice mirrors being like the ultimate ninja killing shinobi that no one will ever be able to beat, comparative to herself outside of the ice mirrors. He seems to think that it's a lot more of like a impossibility that Haku would ever be defeated once this technique goes. It's kind of like the end all be all type shit comparatively to her with just without it. So I agree that maybe you can make the argument that narratively Sasuke was hinted to be a little bit more stronger than what we actually know he is in actuality. But I think that the overarching point, whether or not he's like actually equal to Haku based off of this, I don't really agree with that. I think that maybe that's the case for like one chapter, but we see the chapter right after that just gets completely retconned.
How we do?
That's just going. We're just basically just going into equal interpretations. I don't see where
Infinity, are you there, buddy?
Where this cuts off at. You're just gonna interpret it what we believe the narrative to be fucking portraying, basically. So we can just get a judgment for real.
You guys, is Infinity in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's judging. Can you like chill until the
Okay.
debate's over?
I'm judging the debate.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
I'm judging the debate, like I just said.
I can't hear you. You're like stumbling over your words. What did you say?
I didn't stumble over a single word. I said I'm judging a debate 3 times in a row now.
Oh, you're judging a debate. Okay.
I've said 4 times.
I'm trying to be a little bit more like clear and concise with your language next time.
I've been clear and concise.
So, yeah, you were saying you wanted to debate me. What was it about?
Oh my God.
Same topic. But
I mean, like, you know, you can't win like rhetorically, but maybe you can win on stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. But you can talk to me.
Can you just wait until the debate's over?
Yeah, let's get a verdict.
Yeah,
All right, any conclusions or what?
20,000 fucking points. Yeah.
Bro's a bigger debate goon to me.
All right, so
fuck up ice.
What point do you want to conclude on D1 before we go?
I don't even think we need conclusions. If he was listening, he would know that we don't even need.
No, I definitely need conclusions.
All I did was we just fucking just give our interpretation, like literally, like.
Okay, you just conclude.
Oh my God. What point? Which point?
Include everything you guys.
But before we, do you want to conclude on this point and then move on, or do you want to? Because I still want to talk about the Lee and Sasuke thing if this doesn't go through.
God damn, bitch! You want to talk about it?
Yeah. So we, yeah, we could conclude upon this just point. We could get into the Lee and Sasuke shit next.
All right. Well, I guess I'll conclude first. Huh? So, in conclusion, I sent a database scan that pretty much just sums up or implies that Sasuke's Sharingan specifically is what has these precognitive abilities. I pointed out the fact that the skin itself, the surrounding context is talking about Sasuke as a character. It specifically says things like his Sharingan, his Kekkei Genkai that he awakened, etc., giving us the idea that it's talking about his specific Kekkei Genkai, whatever the fuck. And then I use this in conjunction with the fact that we see that in function throughout pretty much the entirety of part 1, whether or not it's like Haku saying that Sasuke's illusionary techniques, fuck my fault. Whether or not it's Haku saying that Sasuke can now see through her illusion and perceive her movements better, implying that he can now see through like the genjutsu aspect of the ice mirrors and the physical movement aspect of the ice mirrors. Obviously, I should be making a distinction between these two things, would now be covered. And we also see later on, like I said earlier, that Sasuke is now able to copy people's techniques, implying that all three of these things are things that are just inherent to the Sharingan, like me and D1 agreed on earlier. Not that he just like has to like, I don't know, learn about these abilities later on or whatever the fuck. And I guess that would be, overarching conclusion.
Yeah, so with the first scan, he tried to say that fucking Sasuke has these abilities that is displaying about the Sharingan, where the disconnect was saying that whether he owns these abilities, right? He tried to say, well, it states that it says his Sharingan. I said, yes, they're referring to Sasuke awakening his Sharingan in that fight, but they literally talk about how the Sharingan is like fear.
Wait, D1, why is my boy Kunz muted? So
because he was interrupting the debate.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. How was talking about?
Can I unmute him, but like he doesn't speak and interrupts?
Sure, that's fine. All right. It talks about like how it's supposed to be fear, and it appears to have these things, right? The Kekkei Genkai that the Sharingan literally has. It says that like has the eye of insight, the eye of like copying shit, I have like predicting shit as well. I'm saying
you can say right now. You suck, bitch ass nigga.
They're just talking about how the Sharingan has these abilities, and they're not necessarily talking about why that Sasuke has these abilities as of now. As we literally see that later on, he's awakening these abilities. Midnite try to say, well, he just have a higher degree with these abilities, that's where the disconnect was at. I saying no, we literally see later on that he literally has to awaken these things, right? Then he tried to go into the Haku scan by literally saying, well, like Haku says that he can see through the illusion. I'm saying, yeah, because the Sharingan can literally depict a fake from a real. We know that there was multiple like fakes of fucking Haku, and we know that he could see the real one because he can see the chakra network, right? And I literally talk about how like the Sharingan can like distinct from the shadow clone to the real person as well, right? And then he tried to say, well, she makes it say that he's able to perceive. I said this is due to fucking Haku literally holding back in speed, and from a narrative. The judge literally left. This is why I didn't want Infinity as a judge. He's not competent. He's biased, and like, look what he's doing. Like,
let's move down to VC. Let's try to get him back up real quick.
Like, who does that, bro?
But then I can demonstrate. Can y'all please mute D1? You already see what he's doing. This is why I did not want him to moderate.
D1 stop. D1 stop.
Yeah.